Hello, knowledge seekers. In this episode of 20-Minute Books, we explore the NFT Handbook, a comprehensive guide that dives into the transformative world of non-fungible tokens, or NFTs. This 2022 publication demystifies a digital revolution that redefines concepts of ownership and value in our digital era. Written by Matt Fortnow and QuHarrison Terry, two pioneers deeply entrenched in the field, the book offers an accessible yet thorough examination of the mechanics, significance, and potential of NFTs, guiding readers on how to actively participate and invest in this burgeoning market. Matt Fortnow brings his expertise as an entertainment lawyer, entrepreneur, and cryptocurrency consultant, with experience crafting official NFTs for renowned entities like the Three Stooges. Co-author QuHarrison Terry contributes his insights as a growth marketer at Mark Cuban Companies, assisting in the strategic development of innovative marketing solutions. The NFT Handbook is a must-read for crypto enthusiasts, self-starters, entrepreneurs, and anyone curious about the buzz surrounding NFTs. Whether you're looking to understand the basic principles or eager to make your mark in this explosive field, this book provides the knowledge you need to navigate the complex yet exciting world of NFTs. Join us as we break down the essentials of non-fungible tokens in a way that is engaging and informative. The NFT Handbook: How to Create, Sell, and Buy Non-Fungible Tokens. Introduction. Understand the buzz around NFTs, from their rise to prominence to your investment journey. Navigating the swiftly evolving landscape of cryptocurrency might already feel like a significant feat. If you found yourself growing accustomed to Bitcoin and Ethereum, comfortably buying and selling, you might be startled to hear of yet another digital asset making waves, the NFT, or non-fungible token. NFTs are provoking puzzlement and excitement in equal measure. Imagine a world where digital assets, from art and music to entire virtual real estates, can be bought, sold, and owned, with value akin to physical objects. This is the intriguing and complex domain of NFTs. Yes, some people are shelling out vast sums for what essentially seems like digital images readily downloadable from the internet. However, the actual story is more nuanced and deeply tied to the foundations of digital ownership and authenticity. In this exploration, we dive into the intricate world of NFTs, demystifying their purpose, exploring their technological backbone, and evaluating the potential they hold for collectors and investors alike. Here's what you'll unravel: the role of blockchain technology in combating online piracy and ensuring the uniqueness and ownership of digital assets. Understanding fungibility through everyday examples, like why a dollar bill can be exchanged for another, while a masterpiece like the Mona Lisa remains peerlessly unique. Practical insights on how to engage with NFTs, from the buying and selling to creating your very own digital masterpieces. This journey isn't just about observing a financial fad. It's about understanding a revolutionary asset class, reshaping how we view value and ownership in the digital realm. Join us as we decode the functionality, allure, and investment potential behind the NFT craze. Part 1. The Essence of Exclusive Ownership in the Digital Era. Our exploration of ownership and value transports us to the heart of Paris, inside the iconic Louvre Museum, which claims the title of the most visited museum worldwide. The star of the show here is no other than Leonardo da Vinci's mystifying masterpiece, the Mona Lisa, crafted on white poplar wood around the year 1500. This singular painting is appraised at a staggering over $800 million. But what exactly contributes to its immense worth? At first glance, the question might seem straightforward, yet it delves deep into the concept of uniqueness and provenance in art. The Mona Lisa's valuation hinges primarily on its singularity. There exists only one authentic piece. While countless replicas adorn walls globally, none encapsulates the aura that the original exudes, a presence that distinguishes it uniquely in the realm of visual arts. No mere reproduction, regardless of its fidelity, can replicate the feeling evoked by standing before the authentic artwork housed in the Louvre. This connection to the original extends beyond visual fidelity. It is about historical continuity and provenance. The Mona Lisa's documented lineage traces back to the Renaissance, unequivocally confirming it as a creation of Leonardo da Vinci, a pivotal figure in Western art. Such rich historical and cultural significance further augments its value. Turning to the tech world, the term non-fungible becomes increasingly relevant. In contrast to fungible items like dollar bills, which are interchangeable without loss of value, the Mona Lisa is the epitome of non-fungibility. Its worth isn't merely in its aesthetic appeal, but also in its irreplaceable nature and the historical narrative it carries. The painting's monumental value illustrates a straightforward economic principle. Rarity combined with high demand escalates value. Holding the bona fide Mona Lisa isn't just owning a piece of art, it's possessing a fragment of history, a collection of stories rendered in oil that no reproduction could ever fulfill. How does this relate to the world of digital assets, specifically NFTs? NFTs emerge as a solution to assert ownership and provenance within the digital sphere, issues that are relatively more controllable in the physical world. Just as the unique identity and ownership history of the Mona Lisa can be definitively established, NFTs endeavor to encapsulate the same level of authenticity and ownership verification for digital creations. By understanding the value derived from irreplaceable art like the Mona Lisa, we can comprehend the potential and appeal of NFTs in securing digital assets as uniquely and securely as their tangible counterparts. Part 2. The transformative power of blockchain in digital ownership. The evolution of music consumption, from tangible vinyl, tapes, and CDs to digital formats like MP3s, highlighted an emerging challenge in the digital age: the easy multiplication and sharing of digital content. The transition was profound, rendering artistic products like songs, movies, and images readily and infinitely replicable with just a few mouse clicks. This accessibility, while revolutionizing consumption, brought forth daunting variances for creators. How do you assert ownership in a realm where duplication is effortless? Previous solutions varied from legal confrontations with platforms like Napster to the introduction of streaming services like Spotify. However, the most groundbreaking resolution emerged through blockchain technology, which gained fame through its first application, Bitcoin. Blockchain tackled a significant dilemma known as the double spending problem. Traditional currencies avoid this naturally. Once you hand over a dollar bill, it's no longer yours to spend. Digital currency, without physical limitations, faced potential risks of being duplicated and spent multiple times. Blockchain technology, ingeniously, resolved this by incorporating a decentralized network of computers, referred to as nodes, each responsible for verifying transactions. This network operates on a ledger system, where each transaction or block goes through rigorous validation by nodes solving complex mathematical problems. Once verified, these blocks are added to the chain representing the currency's entire transaction history. This not only secures Bitcoin against fraud, but also establishes it as a reliable and tamper-proof currency. But the implications of blockchain go beyond just monetary transactions. It proposes a new way to define digital ownership and provenance. By recording the creation and every transfer of a digital asset on blockchain, it creates a permanent, unchangeable history of ownership that's transparent and accessible. Imagine applying this to digital art or media. Each piece can carry its unique history, recorded and verified, making it not just a file, but a valued asset with a clear lineage. This capability of recording and preserving the uniqueness and ownership of digital items is what underpins the potential and excitement around NFTs, paving the way for a new era of valued digital assets. This shift, powered by blockchain, isn't merely technical, but profoundly transformative, altering how we perceive, value, and interact with digital creations. In essence, blockchain isn't just a technological revolution, it's a cultural shift towards establishing and appreciating true digital ownership. Part 3. Exploring the allure of digital collectibles. To better understand the high stakes and unique nature of certain valuables, consider the Mona Lisa, housed in the Louvre. This singular painting, should it ever be sold, is estimated to fetch bids starting around $800 million, predominantly due to its status as an absolute one-off with undisputable provenance. This scenario neatly introduces the digital realm's challenge until recently, where proving ownership in history was a complex issue due to the ease of replication, making most digital assets exceedingly fungible. Enter blockchain technology, which revolutionized this by offering a way to authenticate and secure the ownership of digital items. This is where we meet our topic, NFTs or non-fungible tokens. NFTs are essentially digital tokens that represent ownership of unique items on a blockchain, making it nearly impossible to tamper with this data. Despite criticisms pointing out that NFTs are mere digital certificates without a tangible asset, meaning you buy the ownership but not the physical item, NFTs are more than just digital receipts. They represent a new era of collecting unique digital items, similar to traditional collectibles but in the digital space. Consider traditional collecting, whether it be rare stamps, exclusive sneakers, vintage Pokemon cards, or unique furniture. Each collector driven by various motives, from investment to the simple fear of missing out, FOMO. At the core lies the principle of scarcity. The rarer an item, the more desirable and valuable it becomes. For example, a rare Pikachu Pokemon card from 1998 fetched $900,000 due to its limited release and coveted status. NFTs tap into this age-old human behavior by digitizing the art of collecting. They allow for the documentation and verification of ownership in such a secure manner that it is akin to the reliability of traditional contracts used by auction houses. Thus, while anyone can indeed download a digital file of art, owning an NFT provides verified ownership of a rare or unique digital asset, much like owning an original piece over a mere copy. This blend of traditional collecting principles with cutting-edge technology shows that the desire to own, collect, and invest in scarce items remains strong, even in our digital age. In essence, NFTs have successfully translated the emotional and psychological appeal of collecting physical items into the digital universe, offering collectors the opportunity to own exclusive digital assets validated by blockchain technology. Part 4. The Rise of NFTs. A New Era for Digital Art and Online Collectibles. In the world of NFTs, virtually anything digital can transform into a collectible, but the standout trend has been digital art. Among the trailblazers is Mike Winkelmann, better known as Beeple, who embarked on an ambitious daily digital art project titled Everydays in 2007. Each piece added to this series serves to refine Beeple's distinctive style, characterized by surreal and often satirical collages featuring famous figures and pop culture icons. One piece, displaying a pixelated Mona Lisa, wryly nods to his unconventional artistic background. Beeple's groundbreaking moment came in 2019 when he became the inaugural artist to sell an NFT via Christie's, one of the world's renowned auction houses. His compilation of images from the first 5,000 days of the Everydays project fetched an astonishing $69 million. This sale not only spotlighted Beeple, but also underscored the growing acceptance and valuation of digital art. Additionally, other digital artworks like CryptoPunks and the Bored Ape Yacht Club have captured the imaginations and wallets of both the elite and the public. These collections, featuring thousands of uniquely generated characters, fetch exorbitant prices, attracting celebrities like Eminem and Serena Williams who have joined the NFT bandwagon. Beyond digital art, NFTs span a wide array of online culture collectibles. From notable Vine videos and music releases to iconic sports moments captured in NBA Top Shots videos, the scope of what can be digitized and owned is expansive. Kings of Leon's venture into NFTs with their album release, which earned over $2 million, exemplifies the potential for artists to revolutionize how they profit from their creations. NFTs not only provide a new mechanism for selling digital items, but also offer innovative ways to engage with them, like turning ownership of digital content such as essays or tweets into collectible assets. Moreover, they often grant owners access to exclusive communities or perks, enhancing the collectability and desirability of NFTs. Owning a Bored Ape, for example, includes membership to a special online club, akin to an exclusive social hub. The explosive growth of the NFT market is fueled by its dual promise: a new frontier for art and collectibles, and a transformative tool for digital ownership and engagement. As NFTs continue to evolve, they are redefining our understanding of value and ownership in the digital age, turning ephemeral digital files into coveted assets that carry both cultural significance and economic value. Part 5. How to get started with NFTs. A beginner's guide to buying. Switching focus to the practical aspects, let's explore how to tap into the burgeoning NFT market. There are two primary ways to engage: buying existing NFTs or creating and selling your own. This segment concentrates on the purchasing process. To begin, acquiring NFTs necessitates cryptocurrency. The choice of cryptocurrency depends on the marketplace, but the most prevalent platform, OpenSea, mainly utilizes Ethereum. First, you'll need to set up a cryptocurrency wallet. A popular and secure choice, especially for those new to the cryptocurrency scene, is the Coinbase wallet. Once established, make sure to enable two-step verification. You can convert your local currency into Ethereum. Next, venture over to OpenSea to set up your account, a process that mirrors typical online shopping experiences. Instead of traditional payment methods like credit cards or PayPal, you will link your cryptocurrency wallet. Once your account is configured, you can peruse NFT listings. Purchasing dynamics vary. Some NFTs have a fixed price, available through a buy now option, while others might involve bidding in auctions against other interested buyers. You might also encounter listings that accept individual offers. Here, you'd specify your price and offer expiry date. Following a successful transaction, the NFT will be transferred to your wallet. It's important to note that OpenSea, like most platforms, charges a transaction fee, in this case, 2.5%. Deciding which NFTs to purchase can be more complex than the purchase process itself. A practical piece of advice is to choose NFTs that resonate with you personally. Since not all NFTs are guaranteed to increase in value, it is wise to select pieces that you appreciate, independent of their investment potential. Diversifying your collection is also strategic. Mirroring traditional investment advice, spread your investments to mitigate risks. Opt for multiple smaller stakes in various burgeoning projects rather than a single significant investment. Take your time to explore the market. Spend days, maybe even weeks, navigating through different platforms, observing popular discussions in NFT forums, and connecting with project creators who usually enjoy sharing insights about their work. Engaging with other collectors can also provide valuable perspectives on the market. Most crucially, adhere to the golden rule of investment: only spend what you can afford to lose. NFTs, like any market-driven asset, carry risks, and it's vital to approach them with both caution and curiosity. Part 6. How to create your own NFTs. Entering the world of NFTs isn't limited to purchasing existing tokens. You can also mint your own. Minting is just the technical term used to describe the process of registering and adding your digital asset to the blockchain. In this case, using a popular platform like OpenSea, this would involve the Ethereum blockchain. Here's a step-by-step guide to creating your NFT. Begin by navigating to the OpenSea website and locate the Create menu in the upper right corner. Clicking here will prompt you to connect and verify your cryptocurrency wallet, establishing your ownership and security credentials. Next step is to set up My Collections. Think of a collection as a dedicated folder for your NFTs where you can organize them under a specific theme or series. you'll be asked to provide a unique name and an image to represent your collection. Then, proceed to Add New Item. You will need to verify your wallet once more at this stage. Here, you'll upload the digital file you want to convert into an NFT. This could be a photograph, a video, a GIF, or another piece of digital artwork. Follow this by naming your NFT and adding a detailed description that reflects its essence. To complete the process, click Create, and after confirming the action, your newly minted NFT will appear in your wallet. The range of what can be turned into an NFT is vast: tweets, digital art, videos, and more. Yet, it is essential to ensure that you hold the copyright or have the right to use the material you are minting. When choosing the content for your first NFT, simplicity can be key. You might select a standout photograph taken on your mobile, or perhaps a creative artwork you've designed. If the work is physical, you'll need to digitize it by scanning. Digital works can be uploaded directly, but keep in mind the maximum file size allowed by OpenSea is 100 megabytes, which may restrict the length of video content. Also crucial is your NFT's name. It's the first thing potential buyers will see. It needs to grab attention and convey the uniqueness of your NFT. You can draw inspiration from established artists like Sarah Mayohas, who named her project Bitcoin, or implement strategic descriptors in your title, like one of a kind, or series numbers, such as one of one. Creating an NFT might be straightforward technically, but the creativity and strategy involved in making it appealing and marketable are where the real challenge lies. Now that you understand the process of minting, the next step is to explore how to effectively sell your NFTs. Part 7. Mastering the Art of Selling NFTs. Selling an NFT is not only about putting digital art out there, but also strategically choosing how to make the transaction. On platforms like OpenSea, there are three primary methods to sell NFTs: set a fixed price, await offers, or initiate an auction. Each strategy comes with its own tactics and potential outcomes. The simplest method is setting a price. This eliminates the uncertainty of auctions by ensuring you don't sell the NFT for less than your minimum acceptable price. However, determining that price requires insight. For NFTs that are part of known collections, like CryptoPunks, recent sales provide a helpful reference point for setting your price competitively. For unique, one-of-a-kind NFTs, pricing becomes more subjective and is largely dictated by the market demand. Factors such as your reputation, the uniqueness of your creation, and your promotional efforts play significant roles in shaping demand. If the interest is substantial, the advice is to price optimistically. You can always adjust downwards if necessary. If you're unsure about setting a fixed price, you have the option to open the floor to offers. This method allows potential buyers to propose what they're willing to pay, and you can choose to accept or decline these offers. Remember, each offer on OpenSea has a lifespan, usually expiring after 10 days, and can be withdrawn by the proposer at any time. You'll receive email notifications for each offer, so you won't miss out any. For sellers confident in the desirability of their NFT, a Dutch auction presents an interesting choice. This type of auction starts high and reduces in price over time until someone accepts the current price. This format can create a sense of urgency amongst buyers, potentially leading to a quick sale. However, it carries the risk of the price dropping lower than desired if initial interest isn't as high as anticipated. Understanding these different selling strategies helps complete your basic NFT toolkit. With this knowledge, you're better equipped to navigate the NFT marketplace, whether you're buying, creating, or selling digital assets. What you do next with these tools is up to you. The digital frontier is wide open for exploration and innovation. Happy NFT hunting. Final summary. Throughout history, the human desire to collect has driven the acquisition of everything from ancient artifacts to modern memorabilia. This primal urge transcends the physical, extending into the digital realm with the advent of NFTs, non-fungible tokens. At its core, the essence of collecting, whether it involves tangible objects like paintings and Pokemon cards or digital assets like NFTs, revolves around the principles of rarity and demand. Just as a rare painting by a renowned artist garners high demand and subsequently significant value, so too does a digital collectible secured by blockchain technology. The scarcity of these items, whether a piece from the Renaissance era or a modern digital token, fuels a competitive market where collectors vie for ownership of something truly unique. This intrinsic value of rarity is what connects the traditional practices of collecting with the contemporary phenomenon of NFTs. In both scenarios, the scarcity of the item combined with its demand determines its value, affirming the timeless nature of collecting. As we navigate through this digital age, it's clear that the fundamental aspects of collecting remain unchanged, adapting seamlessly to encompass digital creations alongside physical treasures, driven by the same age-old motivations of rarity, ownership, and appreciation. Thank you for joining me today on this journey of learning and discovery as we explored the insights of another thought-provoking book in our growing library of knowledge. If you've enjoyed our time together, please take a moment to follow our podcast, give us a 5-star rating, and share 20-minute books with other knowledge seekers. Your support truly means a lot. Don't forget to join me again in the next episode, where we will delve into another enriching book. Until then, happy reading and happy listening.